Have you ever caught your reflection and wondered how some women manage to keep their skin glowing and youthful without splurging on fancy creams or expensive treatments? The truth is, maintaining that radiant, fresh look isn't about costly products or complicated routines. It's found in simple daily habits that anyone can adopt, no matter your age or budget. In this video, I'm excited to share 8 easy and natural beauty secrets designed especially for women over 65 who want to look and feel their best without stepping into a salon or breaking the bank. From the surprising power of staying hydrated to the gentle art of facial massage, and even makeup tricks that enhance your natural beauty rather than mask it, these tips will help you glow from the inside out. We'll also cover small but impactful changes to your hair, eyebrows, posture, and smile that can take years off your appearance, without surgery or costly procedures. So, whether you're looking for ways to refresh your daily routine or just want a little inspiration to feel more confident in your skin, stick around. These simple, effective habits will leave you feeling vibrant, radiant, and truly beautiful, just as you deserve. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Hydration is your best anti-aging cream. If there's one simple habit that can transform the way your skin looks and feels, without ever setting foot in a fancy spa or buying a bottle of high-end serum, it's something as basic as a glass of water. I know, it sounds almost too easy to be true. But after years of searching for the next big beauty secret, I've come to realize that the real miracle for aging gracefully and keeping your skin looking radiant isn't hiding in the beauty aisle. It's right there in your kitchen faucet. Think about this for a moment. Our bodies, and especially our skin, crave moisture as we get older. When we were younger, staying hydrated almost seemed effortless. But with age, our natural sense of thirst starts to fade, and it's all too easy to go through the day without really giving a second thought to drinking enough water. Before you know it, your skin can start to look tired and dull, no matter what lotions or potions you apply. Maybe you've noticed that, too. A dryness that doesn't quite go away, fine lines appearing deeper than they used to, and that healthy, plump feeling you used to have just isn't there anymore. Imagine your skin as a grape, full and smooth when it's well hydrated, versus a raisin, shriveled, dry, and showing every wrinkle when it's not. That visual stuck with me the first time I heard it, and it changed the way I looked at my daily habits. You see, no expensive moisturizer in the world can plump up your skin from the outside if you're not giving it what it needs from within. Water is the one thing your body needs most, especially as you age. It helps every cell, every organ, and yes, every inch of your skin work as it should. But here's the tricky part. As we age, our bodies simply don't remind us to drink like they used to. I remember when I first retired, I thought nothing of swapping water for another cup of coffee or a glass of iced tea in the afternoon. It felt comforting, but after a while, I realized my skin just didn't have that same glow. Even my friends would comment, "You look tired today," or "Is everything all right?" When, truthfully, I just wasn't drinking enough water. Our bodies are quieter about their needs as the years go on, but the need is still there. So, how much water do you need? Most experts recommend aiming for 8 glasses a day, but the real key is to sip it slowly throughout the day, not chug it all at once. I like to keep a favorite glass or bottle nearby, a gentle reminder to take a few sips every hour or so. If plain water feels like a chore, don't be afraid to add a little flavor. I love slicing up fresh lemon, tossing in some cucumber, or adding a handful of juicy berries. Even herbal teas count, and there's something comforting about holding a warm mug in your hands, especially on a cool morning. And did you know that what you eat can also make a big difference? Foods like watermelon, oranges, and leafy greens are packed with water, making it even easier to stay hydrated without feeling like you're forcing yourself to drink all day. I started making salads with extra cucumbers and snacking on fruit instead of crackers, and not only did my skin start to look fresher, but I felt better, too. lighter, more energized, and if I'm honest, a bit more youthful. Of course, some habits work against us. As much as I love my morning coffee or the occasional glass of wine with dinner, both caffeine and alcohol can dry out your skin. That doesn't mean you have to give them up entirely, but if you enjoy these little pleasures, try to balance them out by drinking even more water. You'll notice the difference. Your skin will start to look less tired, the lines won't seem quite so deep, and there's a certain glow that comes from being truly hydrated. And the best part? Hydration is free. It's something you can do for yourself every single day, with no fancy products or complicated routines. I wish someone had told me years ago just how powerful this one simple act could be. Because when you're hydrated, you're not just giving your skin a gift, you're giving your whole body what it needs to thrive. Suddenly, you wake up in the morning and notice your face looks a little brighter, your eyes a little clearer, and you carry yourself with a quiet confidence that comes from feeling good in your skin. So, if you're searching for that one anti-aging trick that really works, start here. Pick up a glass of water, add a slice of lemon if you'd like, and make it a daily habit. It might seem small, but over time, those little choices add up. Your skin, and your whole body, will thank you, one refreshing sip at a time. 2. The magic of facial massage. If someone had told me years ago that a 2-minute ritual could make such a visible difference in how I look and feel, I probably would have laughed it off as just another beauty myth. But as I've grown older, and a little wiser, I've discovered that some of the most powerful beauty secrets aren't found in jars or fancy devices. They're in the gentle, caring ways we treat ourselves every single day. Facial massage is one of those quiet miracles. It doesn't take much, no expensive tools, no professional appointments, not even any special products. All it takes is your hands, a little bit of time, and a willingness to nurture the face you see in the mirror. I started practicing facial massage almost by accident. One evening, after a long day filled with errands, bills, and worrying about the grandkids, I found myself absent-mindedly rubbing my temples. I was tired. My skin felt dull, and my face just looked puffy and worn out. But those small, soothing circles around my temples gave me a sense of relief, almost like I was washing away the stress of the day. That night, I decided to look up simple facial massage techniques, and before long, I was hooked. Here's what I've learned, and why I wish I'd started sooner. As we age, our blood circulation naturally slows down, especially in our faces. That means our skin doesn't get as much oxygen or nutrients as it did when we were younger. The result? Dullness, sagging, and those pesky fine lines that seem to deepen overnight. But when you massage your face, even for just 2 minutes, you wake up your skin. It's like giving yourself a gentle, loving boost from within. Blood starts to flow more freely, carrying fresh oxygen and nutrients to every cell. Your skin begins to glow again, a little rosier and more alive. Facial massage also helps to move along any extra fluid that likes to settle in and cause puffiness under the eyes, along the jawline, or in your cheeks. We all have those mornings when we wake up and don't quite recognize the face in the mirror. Maybe you notice bags under your eyes or a softness around your chin that wasn't there before. A gentle massage, especially before bed, can help drain away that puffiness and make your face feel firmer and more sculpted. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. You don't need any fancy oils or creams, but I do like to use a little bit of rosehip oil or even my favorite moisturizer to help my fingers glide smoothly. Always remember, gentle, upward motions. We spend so much of our lives battling gravity, so why not help ourselves out a bit? I start at my forehead, smoothing from the center out towards my temples, imagining I'm erasing the worries of the day. Under my eyes, I use my ring finger, tapping ever so lightly to reduce swelling and soften those tired circles. For my cheeks and jawline, I use slow, circular motions, lifting and sculpting as I go. And I never forget my neck, one of the first places where aging shows. Massaging the neck upwards helps keep it firm and reminds me to carry myself with pride. Sometimes, I like to store my oil in the fridge. There's nothing quite like that cool, refreshing feeling against my skin after a long day. It wakes me up, tightens my skin, and gives me a little spa-like moment right in my bathroom. I'll admit, there were times when I doubted whether these tiny habits mattered. But after a few weeks, I started seeing changes I didn't expect. My face looked brighter in the morning. My skin felt smoother and less puffy. I didn't need as much makeup because I finally had that healthy, natural glow I'd been missing. It's more than just skin deep, too. Facial massage is a quiet act of self-love, a way of telling yourself, you're worth this time. In a world that's always pushing us to rush and do more, those 2 minutes each night became a moment for me to slow down and reconnect with myself. Some days, I think back to all the years I put everyone else first. My kids, my husband, my job. Now, with this simple habit, I remember that I deserve care and attention too. So if you're looking for a new routine that brings real results, one that doesn't cost a thing but a few minutes and a little gentleness, give facial massage a try. Use your fingertips, move slowly, and watch what happens. In time, you'll see not only a difference in your skin but a renewed sense of appreciation for yourself. Sometimes, the simplest acts become the most powerful. This, to me, is the true magic of facial massage. 3. Say goodbye to powder makeup. For most of my life, powder makeup was a staple sitting right at the top of my vanity. Back in the day, no woman would be caught dead without a compact tucked in her purse, ready to whisk away any trace of shine with a quick dab. I remember watching my mother tap her powder puff onto her nose before church or a night out, and for years, I followed right in her footsteps. Powder meant polish, elegance, and confidence. At least, that's what we all believed. But as the years have passed, and I've watched my reflection change, my skin a little softer, a few more laugh lines, maybe a touch more delicate, I realized something that took me completely by surprise. Powder makeup is no longer the friend it once was. It can turn into a sneaky little enemy, settling into every line and crease, drawing attention to exactly the places I'd rather keep secret. It took me a long time to admit it, but those fine powders that used to make my face look so fresh in my 30s now seem to make my skin look dry, tired, and, dare I say, older. There's a reason for this, I've learned. As we age, our skin changes in ways we can't always control. It loses moisture more quickly and tends to look a little less plump than it used to. Powders, which are designed to soak up oil and keep us matte, do their job almost too well on mature skin. Instead of blending in, they gather in every little wrinkle, making them stand out even more. I started to notice how the powder made the area under my eyes look crepey, my cheeks dull and chalky. The dewy look I craved was replaced by a dryness I couldn't seem to fix, no matter how carefully I applied my makeup. One afternoon, after lunch with my closest friends, I caught a glimpse of myself in the restaurant's bathroom mirror. The overhead lights were less than kind, and all I could see were the powdery patches under my eyes and around my mouth. It hit me then. Maybe it was time to rethink old habits and try something new. That's when I decided to experiment with cream-based products. I won't lie, I was nervous at first. Cream blush? Cream foundation? Wouldn't that make me look shiny or greasy? But the first day I swapped out my powder blush for a creamy, rosy stick, I saw a difference immediately. The color melted into my skin, giving me the kind of soft, healthy glow I remembered from years ago. No chalkiness, no settling into lines, just a gentle flush that looked like it came from within. I found that a light, hydrating foundation or a tinted moisturizer made all the difference, especially when applied over freshly moisturized skin. The key was to use a small amount and blend well, letting my natural skin shine through. Cream blush blended so easily, leaving my cheeks looking naturally rosy, not painted on. And a little dab of liquid highlighter, just on my cheekbones, down my nose, and above my brows, brought back that brightness that powder always seemed to dull. What surprised me most was how much more comfortable my face felt throughout the day. No more tightness or itching. I could smile and laugh without worrying that my makeup would crack. And perhaps best of all, I started to see myself in the mirror again. Not the powdery mask I'd grown used to, but a softer, more vibrant version of me. This small change in my routine made me wonder how many of us are holding onto old habits out of comfort, when a little courage to try something new could make such a big difference. If you've ever felt frustrated by makeup that just doesn't flatter you anymore, I encourage you to give cream-based products a try. Let go of the powders. Trust me, you won't miss them. Embrace a more natural, luminous finish. Your skin, at every age, deserves to glow. Remember, beauty isn't about hiding who you are or chasing youth. It's about feeling good in your skin and celebrating the features that make you, you. For me, saying goodbye to powder makeup was just one small step in learning to love my changing face. And, in the process, I discovered a new kind of confidence. One that's softer, kinder, and just a little bit brighter. 4. The eyebrow lift trick. I'll never forget the first time I noticed the difference eyebrows can make. It was a sunny afternoon, and I was flipping through an old family photo album with my granddaughter. There, tucked between wedding snapshots and Christmas portraits, were pictures of me as a young woman. My hair thick and dark, my skin bright, and, to my surprise, my eyebrows full and lively, framing my face with such youthfulness. I couldn't help but smile at those memories, but it also made me realize just how much our eyebrows change as we age. Maybe you've noticed it, too. As the years go by, our once bold brows tend to thin out, fade, or even droop a bit. Sometimes, they lose their shape altogether. It's a small thing, but it can have a big impact on how we look and feel. I remember looking in the mirror one morning and feeling like my whole face seemed a little more tired than I felt inside. My eyes didn't seem as open or bright, and something was missing. That's when I started paying closer attention to my eyebrows. Eyebrows are like the picture frame for our faces. Just like a beautiful painting needs the right frame to stand out, our brows can highlight our features and give our faces definition. But over time, those frames can get a little worn. I used to think there wasn't much I could do, short of spending a small fortune at the salon or trying some trendy procedure I wasn't comfortable with. But as it turns out, there's a simple trick that can lift your whole appearance in just a few minutes, and you don't need anything fancy to do it. The first step is choosing the right brow pencil. I used to go for dark shades, thinking they would bring back the boldness of my youth. But what I've learned is that a softer, lighter touch does wonders. If your hair is dark, a medium brown is just right. If you've embraced your natural gray or silver, a taupe shade is incredibly flattering. The idea is to fill in your brows with gentle, feathery strokes, mimicking the look of real hair rather than drawing a heavy line. It feels a little awkward at first, but with a light hand, you'll be amazed at how natural and full your brows can look. One trick I love is to lift the arch just a bit higher than it naturally falls. Not by much. Just enough to give the illusion of an instant facelift. When you do this, it makes your eyes appear wider and more awake. It's not about looking surprised. It's about creating a gentle, graceful lift. I usually start at the inner corner and work outwards, focusing on the arch and the tail, always blending softly so nothing looks harsh or painted on. After filling in, I reach for a tinted brow gel. This little gem adds subtle color, keeps the hairs in place, and gives brows a bit of volume. On busy days, sometimes a quick swipe of brow gel alone is enough to make me look polished and put together. If I have a few extra minutes, I'll take a tiny bit of highlighter or a pale concealer and dab it right under the brow bone. The light catches there, making my eyes look lifted and my whole face seem brighter. The difference truly amazed me. After just a few weeks of making this part of my morning routine, friends started to notice. "You look so refreshed," they'd say, or, "Did you do something different with your makeup?" It was nothing drastic, just a little tweak with a big impact. What I've come to realize is that these small moments of care, standing at the bathroom mirror, taking a few extra minutes for myself, are about more than beauty. They're about honoring who I am today, not just who I was yesterday. Eyebrow maintenance has become a quiet ritual, a way to start my day with intention and a touch of creativity. On days when I feel a little weary, just seeing my brows framing my face gives me a boost of confidence. So, if you've ever felt your face looks tired or wondered how to get that spark back in your eyes, give the eyebrow lift trick a try. You don't need to spend a lot, and you don't need to be a makeup artist. With a few gentle strokes and a little practice, you can rediscover the youthful, open look you remember, and maybe even find a new sense of self-assurance along the way. Sometimes, it's the smallest changes that make the biggest difference. And sometimes, all it takes is a little lift to see yourself in a brand new light. 5. The power of hair color and volume. There's a funny thing about hair. It holds our memories. For me, the scent of my mother's hairspray takes me right back to my childhood kitchen, watching her roll her hair in big curlers before church. My hair, once a deep chestnut brown, was thick and full of life for years. As time passed, though, I began to notice changes that crept in quietly. The color started to fade, silver streaks began to show, and my once bouncy hair seemed to fall a little flatter every year. Maybe you've seen these changes too, glancing at your reflection or running your fingers through your hair in the morning. It can feel a bit discouraging, almost as if your hair is telling the world all your secrets about the passage of time. But here's what I've learned. With just a few simple choices, you can bring back that sense of vibrancy and confidence, no matter your age. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. First, let's talk about color. There's often a moment where you look in the mirror and realize your hair isn't quite what it used to be. Maybe the brown has faded, or the silver is taking over. Some women try to cover every last gray, while others embrace their silver strands with pride. I say, whichever path feels right to you is the right choice. This is your story to write. If you love your natural gray, keep it bright with a purple-tinted shampoo, which keeps those beautiful silvery tones clear and crisp, never dull or yellowed. If you'd rather add a bit of warmth or depth back into your hair, you don't have to go jet black or dark brown, which can sometimes look harsh against more mature skin. Soft highlights, think honey, golden brown, or caramel, can add dimension and a subtle glow to your face. Even blondes benefit from adding lowlights for more depth. It's not about chasing youth, but about enhancing what you have and feeling beautiful in your skin. And then there's volume. I can't count how many times I've lamented a flat hair day. It always seemed like my hair had less life as I got older, refusing to hold the bounce it once had. But with a little care and a couple of tricks, I discovered that volume can be revived, sometimes instantly. The right haircut makes a world of difference. If you've been wearing your hair the same way for years, even something as simple as adding a few layers can lift and soften your look, making your hair move and flow rather than hanging limp and heavy. I also learned a trick from my stylist. Blow dry your hair upside down. It may sound silly, but it gives your roots a lift that lasts all day. And don't underestimate the power of a good volumizing mousse. Just a dab at the roots, worked in while your hair is still damp, can give you that fresh, airy fullness you remember. If you're not ready for a full wash, a spritz of dry shampoo can add texture and bounce in seconds. Sometimes, even switching the side where you part your hair wakes up your style. I remember the first time I flipped my part from left to right after years of the same old routine. Suddenly, I felt like I'd had a mini makeover. It's amazing how these small changes breathe new life into your appearance and your mood. Of course, taking care of your hair is just as important as styling it. Try not to overwash, since frequent shampooing can strip your hair of natural oils that keep it healthy and shiny. And always use a conditioner or leave-in treatment, especially if your hair is thinning or feels dry. Pamper yourself with a silk pillowcase, which reduces breakage and helps your style last longer. Plus, it feels simply luxurious. What matters most is not chasing after the hair you had decades ago, but enjoying the hair you have right now. With the right color and a bit of volume, your hair can become your favorite accessory. One that lights up your face, reflects your personality, and lets you greet each day with confidence. So don't be afraid to experiment. Try something new, whether it's a fresh color, a soft layer, or even just parting your hair differently. You might be surprised at how much younger and more energized you feel, simply by giving your hair a little extra attention. Because at the end of the day, the real power of hair isn't in the color or the style. It's in how it makes you feel, radiant, vibrant, and wonderfully you. 6. A smile makeover without the dentist. There's a certain kind of magic in a genuine smile, the kind that lights up your whole face and makes your eyes sparkle, even on an ordinary day. I've always believed that a smile is the best kind of beauty, and it's free to give to anyone, anytime. Yet, I'll be honest, as I got older, I noticed my smile wasn't quite as dazzling as it once was. Years of sipping coffee with friends, enjoying a glass of red wine at family gatherings, and living a full, happy life had left my teeth a little less bright. My lips, too, seemed thinner, the color fading with the passing years. At first, I thought there was nothing to be done without spending a fortune at the dentist or resorting to fancy treatments. But the truth is, a few small everyday changes can revive your smile and boost your confidence, without sitting in a dental chair. Over the years, I've picked up little habits that make a world of difference, all from the comfort of home. One of the simplest tricks is teeth whitening, but it doesn't have to mean trays or expensive appointments. I started using a gentle whitening toothpaste just a few times a week, and, once in a while, I make a little paste from baking soda and hydrogen peroxide. It's an old tip my mother passed down, and it does lift away those coffee and tea stains, helping my teeth look fresher and brighter. If you try this, remember not to overdo it. Your enamel is precious, and a gentle touch goes a long way. There are plenty of over-the-counter whitening products too, but I found that just paying attention to my daily routine made more difference than any expensive kit. But a youthful smile isn't just about your teeth, it's about your lips, too. As we age, lips can lose some of their natural color and fullness. I used to think this was just something I had to accept, but then I discovered the power of a nourishing lip balm. Keeping my lips soft and hydrated became part of my morning ritual, and it made me feel a little more put together, even on quiet days at home. I steer clear of those super matte lipsticks that can dry out my lips and instead reach for creamy, hydrating formulas. Soft pinks, gentle peaches, and berry shades seem to light up my face and make my smile look instantly more inviting. A trick I learned from my granddaughter, of all people, is to use a nude lip liner, gently tracing just outside the natural edge of my lips before adding lipstick. It's subtle, but it makes my lips look just a bit fuller. No fillers or needles needed. And for a finishing touch, a dab of clear gloss or balm right in the center of my lips gives them a plumper, more youthful look. It's these tiny tweaks that make such a big difference when I catch my reflection in the mirror. And let's not forget the power of posture and confidence. Over the years, I noticed that when I smiled with my whole self, head up, shoulders back, eyes bright, people responded differently. It's amazing how a confident, genuine smile can light up a room and make you feel more attractive, no matter what age you are. Sometimes, when I'm feeling a bit low or worried, I practice smiling in the mirror, reminding myself that joy is contagious. There's something freeing about allowing yourself to feel beautiful just as you are. I know it's easy to focus on the little things we'd like to change about our appearance, especially as the years go by. But what I've learned is that the simplest, most loving gestures, taking care of your teeth and lips, choosing flattering colors, and wearing your smile proudly, do more for your confidence than any expensive treatment ever could. So the next time you're getting ready for the day, try adding a few of these habits to your routine. Brighten your teeth with a gentle polish, treat your lips to a creamy balm, and let yourself smile big and wide. You'll be amazed at how much younger, more vibrant, and, above all, more like yourself you'll feel. Because at the end of the day, your smile is the story of your life. One worth sharing with the world, exactly as it is. 7. Mastering the art of posture for instant elegance. I didn't use to give posture a second thought. In my younger years, I moved through life busy and distracted, focused on raising kids, managing the house, and helping wherever I was needed. Back then, standing tall came naturally. But as the years have rolled on, I've noticed a quiet slouch creeping into my days. Whether I'm reading the morning paper at the kitchen table, working in my garden, or simply watching television in the evening, it's all too easy for my shoulders to round and my back to hunch. Maybe you've noticed it, too. It wasn't until I caught a glimpse of myself in a department store window, shoulders rounded, head dipped forward, spine curved, that I realized just how much my posture had changed. And more than that, I saw how it made me look older and more tired than I felt inside. The simple truth is, poor posture can add years to your appearance, draining away that sense of confidence and vitality you carry within. But here's the wonderful part. Just as easily as bad posture can become a habit, so can good posture. You don't need a fancy brace or a personal trainer to stand tall and proud. All it takes is a bit of mindful awareness and a few gentle reminders each day. The transformation is almost immediate. When you stand up straight, shoulders relaxed and back, chin lifted, you instantly look more elegant, more alert, and yes, even more youthful. I remember my grandmother, tall and graceful even into her 80s, often saying, "Walk like you have somewhere important to be." There was a quiet dignity in the way she carried herself, and it made an impression on everyone she met. Good posture isn't about being stiff or military. It's about aligning your body so you move with ease and grace, letting your confidence shine through. It changes not just how others see you, but how you feel about yourself. A simple way to begin is to imagine a string attached to the top of your head, gently pulling you upward. This little visualization helps you lengthen your spine naturally, without tensing your muscles. When you're sitting, try placing both feet flat on the floor and keeping your back aligned with the chair. A small cushion or rolled towel behind your lower back can work wonders for comfort and support. For years, I didn't realize how much tension I held in my shoulders. Years of lifting grandchildren, carrying groceries, and typing on the computer had left me almost permanently hunched. Now, I make it a habit to pause several times a day, rolling my shoulders back and down, and taking a deep breath. This opens up my chest and gives me a sense of lightness, as if I could take on the world. Strengthening your core is another secret weapon. It doesn't mean you need to start doing sit-ups or join a gym. Gentle exercises, like standing up and sitting down slowly in a sturdy chair, or a few minutes of simple stretches or yoga, help build the muscles that support your spine. When your core is strong, it's much easier to maintain good posture without even thinking about it. I've also found that lifting my chin and making eye contact with others works wonders, not just for my appearance, but for my confidence. There's something powerful about meeting someone's gaze head-on, sharing a smile, and carrying yourself with pride. You project warmth, openness, and a sense of presence that others can feel. And don't underestimate the power of good posture for your health. Standing and sitting properly helps prevent back pain, stiffness, and even digestive issues. I've felt more energetic and found my mood brighter on the days when I remind myself to sit and stand tall. Now, each time I pass a mirror or catch my reflection in a window, I use it as a gentle cue. I roll my shoulders back, lift my head, and feel an instant sense of grace settle over me. It's such a small adjustment, but it changes everything. So, if you're longing for an instant way to feel more elegant and youthful, give your posture a little attention. Walk with intention, stand tall, and let your inner confidence show. With every step, you'll not only look years younger, you'll feel it, too. Sometimes, the most beautiful transformation comes not from changing your appearance, but simply from carrying yourself with the poise and presence you've earned over a lifetime. 8. The secret to timeless beauty. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. If there's one question I hear more than any other, it's this: What's the real secret to looking beautiful as we get older? I've asked it myself, flipping through old photo albums, remembering the glow of my youth, or even watching friends and wondering how they managed to look so radiant year after year. I spent a long time searching for the answer, testing every cream, serum, and magic potion I could find, always hoping for that one miracle product that would erase the years. But the truth is, timeless beauty isn't about chasing after youth. It's about embracing every chapter of your story with grace, care, and a gentle kind of self-love that shines from the inside out. As the years pass, our skin changes, there's no denying it. We lose some of that plumpness, the rosy glow fades, and sometimes our reflection feels a little unfamiliar. But there's something wonderful about growing older, too. Every laugh line tells a story, every freckle and spot a memory, every change a mark of a life fully lived. The real secret is learning to care for yourself in a way that honors that journey and brings out the best of who you are, right now. For me, the foundation of timeless beauty is simple: hydration, gentle care, and good habits. Water, as basic as it seems, is the greatest gift you can give your skin. Drinking plenty of water, enjoying herbal teas, and eating fruits and veggies rich in moisture keep your skin supple and glowing. If you ever feel your skin looking tired or dull, chances are it's thirsty. A glass of water and a slice of watermelon can work wonders that no expensive cream can match. And then, there's the ritual of caring for your skin. A gentle cleanser to wash away the day, a soft towel to pat your face dry, and a nourishing moisturizer. These aren't just chores, but small acts of kindness. I've found that using a serum with hyaluronic acid before my night cream helps lock in moisture, making my skin feel soft and plump by morning. The key is to treat your skin with patience, never scrubbing or tugging, always moving gently, as if you're caring for something precious, because you are. Exfoliation is another quiet secret, but it's all about being gentle. Once or twice a week, I use a mild glycolic acid pad or a soft enzyme exfoliant to sweep away the old, dull skin and reveal the fresh, new skin beneath. Skip the harsh scrubs. Our skin deserves more love now than ever. Each time I take a few extra minutes to pamper myself, I remember that beauty isn't about racing against the clock, but about cherishing where you are on the journey. And let's not forget the magic of facial massage. I love taking a few minutes at night to move my fingertips in gentle, upward circles across my cheeks, jawline, and forehead. This simple act brings a healthy flush to my skin and makes me feel relaxed before bed. Sometimes I use a jade roller, cold from the refrigerator, to help reduce puffiness and soothe tired muscles. It's a little ritual, but it makes me feel cared for, and that feeling shows. One thing I've come to cherish is the power of a good night's sleep. It's tempting to stay up late watching TV or scrolling through photos, but I've learned that nothing restores my skin and my spirit quite like a peaceful night of rest. I even switched to a silk pillowcase, a small luxury that keeps my hair smoother and helps my skin hold onto moisture. The true secret, though, is embracing yourself with kindness. It's letting go of old comparisons, forgiving yourself for every imperfection, and focusing on all the ways you are beautiful right now. Every morning, when I look in the mirror, I try to find one thing to appreciate. Maybe the sparkle in my eyes, the softness of my skin, or simply the strength that's carried me through so much. Timeless beauty isn't about looking 20 again. It's about being vibrant, confident, and comfortable in your own skin at every age. So drink your water, nourish your skin, cherish your sleep, and smile at your reflection. That gentle glow, born from years of laughter, care, and love, is the most beautiful secret of all. And the best part? It's yours, now and always. As I bring these thoughts to a close, I hope you're leaving with a little more inspiration and a few new ideas to try in your own routine. If there's one thing I've learned over the years, it's that beauty isn't about turning back the clock or striving for some impossible standard. True beauty is found in the simple, caring habits we nurture every day. Choosing a glass of water instead of another coffee, taking a moment to gently massage our cheeks, or adding a touch of color to our lips and brows. Each of these small actions is a quiet celebration of the life we've lived and the wisdom we carry. Aging doesn't mean fading away. It means shining in new ways, with more confidence, grace, and a deeper appreciation for ourselves than ever before. You've earned every smile line and every silver strand, and I hope you know just how beautiful that makes you. Remember, it's never too late to start a new habit or to treat yourself with the same kindness you've given to so many others over the years. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What tip resonated with you most today? Is there a simple habit you're excited to add to your routine, or maybe one you've already mastered and want to share with others? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. I truly enjoy reading every single one. And if you found something valuable here, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Your support helps us continue building a warm, encouraging community where every woman can feel her best at every stage of life. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, keep smiling and take good care of yourself.